Hey everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV for the Dark Knight story quest. Now, before we get started though, the MSQ ended last night, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the game. I think the show was pretty good, and I thought hopefully you guys all enjoyed it, you know? And you might be wondering, what now? Is there going to be any more content? Yes, of course there's going to be more Final Fantasy XIV content. There's going to be this stuff, like we're about to do. There's a cursor on the screen, get rid of that. And what else is there going to be? There's going to be events, obviously. We're going to do those, and we're going to do every story patch as they come out, starting, of course, with 5.1, which at time of recording we don't know when that's going to be. I'm assuming October time. I don't know when. Hopefully end of October, because Destiny 2 comes out at the beginning of October. So that'd be nice for channel. I can't imagine Destiny would last longer than 1 month in story content. But there you go. So there will be more Final Fantasy XIV coming down the line very quickly. But for now, let's do the Dark Knight level 80 quest. Yo, Sid, our closure. Let's do it. Ah, Strife. So it happens I have a letter for you. But before we talk about that, mind telling me what you've been getting yourself into lately? You and your scions, I mean. I've an inkling, perhaps. I went and saved another world, as it happens. Had to go a whole host of sin eaters, let me tell him that. He'd be super impressed. Come again? Oh, that's right, sin eaters don't exist in this shard, so he doesn't know what that is. He doesn't know that's impressive. Reflections of the source? Parallel worlds? Sin eaters? What in 7 hells are you on about? Something tells me this is only going to make any kind of sense if you walk me through it from the beginning, step by step. Okay, well it started when Tatu took me to the Crystal Tower and she found a thing, and then I found a thing, and then I traveled to a different world and met Grahatia. He wasn't Grahatia really, but he was really Grahatia because he said he wasn't, but actually he is. Then we killed a bunch of sin eaters. Then we killed an Asian, and then I came home. But all my friends are still trapped there. Right then. So to sum it up, you were swept up into yet another realm, seeking conflict, were you? Okay. Well, of course you were. Crazy. It does like the ear hand motion. Though I imagine it's a lot harder to do with ears like that. You're an insatiable hunter for it, don't you? Hunger, even. Hunter? What the fuck? Insatiable hunger for it, don't you? And even when you bite off more than you chew, you refuse to let go. What as it if... Let me try that again. What as if you don't know hells from the moment I laid eyes on you? I don't know what that means. I suspected you were a particular blend of impulsive and stubborn. It takes a special kind of bastard to become a Dark Knight, much less a warrior of light, don't you think? You travelled unto a doomed world, and when pledged your sword to the falter cause, you fought and fought, and you fought, and then, in the end, you won the day. Though I know it wasn't worth loss, without sacrifice. Victories like that can't always be bought with blood. But you and your comrades paid the price all the same. The faraway land and their people live on because you were willing to fight to the better end, because you were too stubborn to die. Sup, girl? How you doing? And because of love, I'm sure. He's like, I told you never to say something like that. Being grim and dark, it will only get you so far. Don't you remember? It's like the Moogles, like Sir Offridge said himself. Said. The flames of the abyss, the love you bear for the ones hold most dear. That's the source of true strength. Strife could never have made it this far if his heart wasn't filled to the brim with love. Is this right about way of asking me about my heart's desires? I soon posed the question to Sid. Yeah, Sid. Tell me all about Frey. What's going on, huh? Let's not and say we did, huh? I'm sure that Thancred fellow you mentioned would provide a far more meaningful and interesting response. Having you look after the recollection of his surrogate daughter is certainly tough, I suppose, on some level. Though on fuck me, let me read that one all again. I'm the worst. I'm so bad at reading in this game. Having to look after the reincarnation of his surrogate daughter, is certainly, though I suppose on some level I can relate. What? I've not once thought of you as my father. Oh no! Don't say that. Poor Sid. Well, no. I mean, we're not even the same race. So of course you wouldn't. Ever look at us and assume. If you want to put a label on it, what would you prefer? A master and disciple? Manservant and noblewoman? Sid. How about Chocobo's ass? And whatever you damn well like. God, you can be daft sometimes. Hey, wait. What did I tell you about calling me that? Children. Am I right? But best we give her a moment to cool her head for now. Let's talk about that letter I mentioned earlier. A letter. It's addressed to you, but who penned it, I cannot say. It was delivered to me by a young woman of the Broom, Lunae, I believe her name was. She said she'd seen us with you out and about in ISHGARD before, and reckoned that if she left it with us, you'd eventually be around to pick it up. Before you ask, no, I haven't taken a peek. Its contents remains completely and utter mystery to me. As for the sender, you have to pester Lunae at the Holy Stables if you want to know more. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an angry girl to talk to. Alright. Bye, Sid. Unsigned letter. Within the sealed envelope is a paper, which you unfold and find a message written on its strangely familiar scrawl. Strife to Zolka. You'll forgive me for the sudden correspondence and the secrecy. You helped me in a way once upon a time. It's past time I said as much, and so here we are. Feels like a lifetime ago, come to think on it. You've been through quite a lot since then, accomplished incredible things. I'd like to think that in some way I was a part of your journey. Far from the best, no doubt, but for me and my own journey, I think it's safe to say that you have been, well, no subtle words to describe it, really. I've done things, made decisions. Looking back, I can't help but feel more than a little foolish. But such is life, and we have to seize what few opportunities we have for closure. Even if it is, though, the written word and not face to face. So wherever you are, I hope you're happy. Still fighting, still adventuring, still doing what you love. Be well. This bears no signature or obvious clues to the author's identity. Perhaps Lunae can shed some light on the mystery. Wow. Okay. We got a mystery on our hands. A mystery letter. You know what the worst thing about Dark Knight is? And this is not something that this expansion related, though there is plenty of things that I could talk to you about this expansion, about the Dark Knight. The worst thing is the clippage with the giant ass swords and my tail. Like, Jesus. It's so bad. It's so aggravating. Look, slice, 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 slice. It's fuck. I can't deal with it. I need like a shorter weapon. Man. Alright, Lune. Here she is. I don't think, have we ever talked to Lune before? Is this a recurring character? I didn't recognize her. It's you. It's really you. Strife, my hero. Honestly, I never thought I'd get to see you again. Much less speak with you. I have no clue who you are. Oh, I'm sorry. You probably don't remember me at all, do you? I'm not surprised. In all the day's work, I suppose, saving silly little folks like me. And it was long ago when you rescued me from those temple knights who were trying to take me away from my grandmother. Still don't remember. I still remember it like it was yesterday, though you swinging that great big sword of yours, bellowing all kinds of terrible threats and sending them running. I'm not sure. Oh, it's the first girl, right? The girl we saved during the first Dark Knight quest. Is that who this is? That might be who this is. But thanks to you, my grandmother and I never heard from that lot again. And ever since Emmerich and his allies came into power, we've had a lot less trouble overall. But let me guess, you didn't come all this way just to see me, did you? No, this letter, actually, Renee, do you know who it's from? The letter? Huh? I thought so. It wasn't me who wrote it. I can tell you that much. I got it from a knight I befriended after tending to his chocobo a couple of times, Sir Patterjay. He said that he was delivered to the hero of the Scions, a peerless warrior with 1,000 victories to his name. After he described your feathers in detail, it fell into place, and since I was certain you'd eventually pay a visit to your friends, I offered to take it for him. Anyway, here's the one you need to talk to. If you're after the sender, maybe check the congregation. I mean, where the knights congregate, I presume. Right, okay. All the way back over here, huh? Okie doke, off we go. So, Dark Knight changed quite a bit, I guess. With, like, loss of TP and stuff, it kind of becomes more interesting because Dark Knight had some MP skills, but those MP skills have also kind of changed. So now we have like these three things. We have like Edge of Shadow, we have Flood of Shadow, and we have the Blackest Night, which all cost like 3,000 big ones. And then we have things like Living Shadow and Bloodspiller and Quisitus, which is all through the blood gauge, right? But you also got this like this little head thing that when you use Edge of Shadow or Flood of Shadow, you keep up. You got to keep that up, as well as using. If you use Blackest Night and you break it, you get to use Flood of Shadow and Edge of Shadow for free. And whilst they cost the same amount, you also get to block a bunch of damage, right? With Blackest Night. So that's quite nice. Hello. You. How may I be of service, Master Zolka? It's my preferred way to be talked to, quite frankly. The letter, what a relief, is arrived, unmolested. I was insured to me by Aurelia of RHALGR'S Reach. Fucking really? After the battle at Gimlet Dark, I spent few nights there, you see. I can only assume whoever sent it to the Reach had her tale of the battle between you and Lord Xenos, and how you had brought to Baba. However, by the time it arrived, you had long since spirited away to ISHGARD. Had Linné not recognized you from my stories, I do not know how it might have seen to your hand. If you seek the author, mayhaps you should visit the Reach? I know only what I told you. Fucking you want me to go all the way to the fucking RHALGR'S Reach? Is whoever sent me some fucking fan mail really that important? It's probably like the fucking ghost of Frey or some bollocks anyway. So the living shadow also like resembles Frey as well, which is pretty interesting, to say the least. They also got an upgrade to Durium, where Durium has kind of become like an inner release sort of thing, and it just allows you to use Blood Spiller basically over and over again. You could also use Quisitus if you were doing like a big pull. But, you know, other than that, it's lost, obviously, like all tanks, it's lost its DPS combo for a single combo. That now you just tank by pressing a button. Like, that allows me to be tanking, and then turning it off allows me to no longer tank. That's kind of it. Yeah, see, now I'm not tanking, and that can go back or forth, quite frankly. Like, I don't mind it. I don't mind having this simplified tanking if it means much more average tanks. Makes being the tank less intimidating to try out, and it allows the actual rotation and the play of being a tank more interesting of a class in general. Like, I'm fine with that. But like stance switching and stuff like that, there was somewhat of an art to it, and I think that if you got good at that in the previous expansion, coming to this one, it's kind of a letdown, because you're like, well, I got good at being a tank, and now it's a lot easier, and that always feels bad, you know. Something being all of a sudden very much easier to other people than you. But I personally, I don't mind this. I think this system is good. A pleasure to see you. Lost and long-haired boy of yours again. No. This letter. You know who wrote it? This is about the letter, is it? It came with a shipment of supplies from Little Amigo, as I recall. Fuck. I can only presume the sender was hoping that the Commander Hext would see it, and to you personally, but I'm not surprised it escaped her notice. Given the chaos of the Gimlet Dark and after, I found the way into my medical supplies, and as you well know, I decided to let the ISHGARD Knight take it. In any event, I advise you continue your search in Little Amigo. If anyone there knows the letter's author, it'll be Gorenbold. Fucking son of a bitch! Fucking Little Amigo, I'm tripsing all over the place. A little amigo now. There we go. Going to all the different places that we came and saved people, I guess. Maybe we'll go to East Drybone now. East THANALAN Drybone. Oh, well, Metro, I was not expecting a visit. What brings you to 7th THANALAN this day? A letter, my dude. You know much about it? This letter, you say? And you seek the author? Oh. If you read it, then you'll know her heart, or what you meant to them. How you changed their life for the better. This is a feeling that I understand all too well, which is why I agreed to send this letter with the supplies to RHALGR'S Reach. Yet you never were one to let a mystery remain unsolved, were you? You seek answers, closure. I will not deny you this. At the Red Rooster Stead in Lower Limsa, you will find a man named Goldheart. Speak with him. Perhaps you will find a measure of peace. Fucking Lower Limsa? Fucking Lower NOSCEA? Fucking hell. It's lucky I can fucking teleport, huh? Otherwise we'd be going all over the place, Blaziken. I've only just noticed, Blaziken, that you're actually with us. Sorry about that. That's fine. You know, well, that's fine. We'll just ride Blaziken. There we go. He should be up here, right? Yeah, okay, he's all the way up there. Miles away. Might have been easier just to go to Limsa. But then again, we can run pretty fucking quickly around here, so that's fine. Can run all the way up here. So, oh, that's a good point actually. Plunge has got 2 now as well. You can plunge twice, which is quite nice. Although it's a trait, and I feel like the trait is very, very high up. Look, it should probably be a bit lower. Although paladins don't even get a charge until quite high up, so maybe I should just count my blessings that I have it. I suppose at level 80, it doesn't really matter at what point they come in, right? Because you got your whole kit at 80, so who cares? Right, here we go. I'm trying to think of different other changes that have happened. I can't really think all that too many. I guess Carve and Spit is just a use now because you don't use Dark Arts the same way. Here, there's a B rank there. And Abyssal Drain is now an off global, and you just use it whenever, and it gives you a little bit extra HP back. That's quite nice. Where are you? Yeah. Golden Head. Hey. Oh, God. It's you. Why? Why are you here? I got a letter. You know where it comes from? You really don't remember any of it. The Quinn bandits. A certain merchant who may have overstepped his bounds. Just a trifle. You were a right bloody mess when you returned to the dry docks with my wares. I guess that was a Dark Knight quest too, but I don't really remember you, if I'm honest. And I do mean bloody. I say, is none of what I'm telling you ringing a bell? Really? Not even the part where I refused to thank you and demanded that you pay me restoration for the property you yourself returned to me? Oh, seeing as I'm already confessed it, I may as well reiterate, it was me. That was just the beginning of my bad luck, as it happens. Started of bad decisions left me in debt, so some very unforgiving fellows, and before I knew it, had taken down near everything I owned. I was friendless, painless, hopeless, and let me all tell you, running afoul of the Warrior of Light had not done me any favors either. There was a time when I couldn't help but blame you for all of my misfortune. And then one day, when I was rummaging through my major possessions, I had an epiphany. Stumbled upon a package of a shipment that you recovered from me. The ill-fated day. Flower bulbs, stained in Corian blood, and variable of the cultivation, and variable, but viable for cultivation, still brimming with potential, and grew and thrived. Before I knew it, I was cutting a package to my breast, sobbing and moaning like a mad fool. For a fool's, is exactly what I had been. I had been offered kindness without let or lien, and instead of thanking this generous hero, he spat in his face. So I left that life behind. Save for the bulbs, I brought them with me here. Appreciated myself to the botanists, apprenticed myself to the botanists, and resolved to start anew. And wouldn't you know it, the stubborn little fiends finally bloomed for me. I suppose it's only fitting that I'd show up again that very day. I have 1,000 regrets, but none greater than how I spoke to you. I say this is not to beg you for your forgiveness, but to tell you how you've changed me for the better, and to thank you for the opportunity. I do have one request. If you are amenable to it, I pray you accept a flower, one that is precious few has bloomed, a token of my heartfelt appreciation for my personal savior. Admittedly, this is a peculiar breed, perhaps suited best for funerals and farewells, but you'd rather not keep it for yourself. Perhaps there's someone else who might welcome it. Someone else indeed. Core of Highlands. Alright. Core for Central Highlands. We gotta say Frey. We gotta shout it. We gotta be like Frey. Yo, Frey. Alright, let's do it. Let's go shout Frey. Did we like super call it, by the way? Oh, sorry, we were gonna ride Blaziken, weren't we? Since he was out with us. I'm gonna go over here. The gates of judgment. That's perfectly fine. Fate joined. I don't want to do this, Fate, though. Destination. Alright, here we go. Is it a capital F? It's capital F, a small R, a small A, and a small Y. Right. Didn't work. I typed it in FC chat, that's why. Let me just wrong chat that. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? What are you talking about, Frey? There is no response. Yet there can be no answer but this, can there? So let us wait here for a time, you and I, in the cold and in the snow, in the dark. Of the Heavens Ward music. My flower. Clever, clever, clever. Or are we just playing it by ear? No matter. I wanted this once, more than anything, a chance to speak and be heard. But neither of us needs it anymore. And if we were to look deep within ourselves, we would realize that we never did. We are the stories we tell ourselves. The brave hero, the tortured soul, the fucking hell, the altruist, the pragmatist, the pragmatist. They will tell you who they see, but you and you alone know who you are. For I speak only for myself. If you find conflict in my words, They are yours for the taking, but that's your choice. Now and ever, as it has always been. Now comes your part. To cloak yourself in fictition, to breathe life into the dead, to give a voice to the voiceless. As we did together that day, we gave us our answer. And it was, and it ever mine. So I wrote the letter myself. Is that the is that the shtick that we're getting there? Man, what a fucking cool cutscene. Alright, let's mosey. We gotta go back to the foundation, but since it's right here, we may as well just walk. Man, holy shit. The Dark Knight quests are always so good. They're always like the best fucking ones. Well, I don't want to enter that. I just want to enter the fucking... Can I enter, please? I just want to go to fucking ISHGARD. Jesus Christ. I came here because I thought it was going to be easier. Yeah, I figured as much. Man, holy shit. What a fucking cool quest. It's definitely the best one we've done so far. Definitely the best one. Probably Dark Knight, Samurai, then White Mage so far. Only because I didn't remember who the White Mage people were. That's fine. I'm working on other jobs. Although, actually, tell you what, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's finish this up. Welcome back. As you can see, we're there getting along swimmingly. You don't need to worry. So, what a mysterious unsent letter. Did you grant search answers? Led you away for something interesting? Closure, perhaps. That's so. Well, glad to hear it, I suppose. That's it. It's just it. So, Renee, I stopped calling Sid a chokeber's ass when he stops thinking of me as a stupid little girl. Gods, you'd think after everything we've been through, he'd give me a little more credit. It's because I'm so bloody short. I'm due for a growth spurt, but I don't know if I'll ever be as tall as he is. Well, I hope next expansion you do get a growth spurt and you get a Dark Knight sword, because that'd be fucking rad. What you got to say, Sid? Save any more parallel worlds lately? I jest. Still, can't blame a man for viewing such incredible claims as a measure of skepticism, can you? I suppose not. I don't care. Well, there you go. That was the Dark Knight quest. Always the fucking best one, man. So good. And, wow. Don't know, maybe the scholars will be pretty good too. Kind of excited for the scholars. I don't know what job is next. I have no clue what I'll level. I have done a little leveling on Ninja. I've done a little bit of Goon. I've done a little bit of Scholar. So I've kind of done a little bit of everything. So I've kind of been filling in parties in the FC. Just like here and there. So I've kind of leveled up bits and pieces. But that's fine. The recreation of ISHGARD should be pretty soon, right, as well? So that should be exciting. We're going to be spending a lot more time here, which is great, because I fucking love ISHGARD. And I'm looking forward to fixing this place up, so hopefully it's not so much of a fucking dump. I mean, look at this place. It's fucking falling... Whoa! It's falling apart. I didn't actually think it'd let me fall down there. There you go. Hopefully we can fix this all up. And I'm excited about that. So, thank you so much. Let me know what you guys think of Dark Knight, what you thought of Dark Knight story in the comments below. I would really appreciate that. I'd really appreciate a like as well. It helps me so much